Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about the steps I think you need to take before you start investing. So sometimes I get the question from people in person as well as in the comments, or I'll see someone in another finance person's chat ask the question like, how do I get started investing? How much money do I need to get started investing? And if I don't know the person, I know nothing about them, I always have these things come to mind that I want to say that you should focus on prior to getting started with investing on your own. So here they are. I'm just going to go over three things are coming to my mind that I'm going to touch on today. Number one is credit card debt. The average credit card interest rate right now is 20.92. So if you're carrying high interest credit card debt, if you're carrying any credit card debt, I feel like that needs to be focused on. You need to eliminate that before you can really move on to investing and be in a place where you can be an investor and not have to touch those investments. I said to someone one day, I want to do a video about not over investing. And they said, Lisa, I don't think you need to do that. I don't think a lot of your people that are tuning in are even investing yet. But what I meant by not over investing is not being in the place where you're investing and then you have an issue come up, you have an emergency, and you have to sell your investments more quickly than you plan to. If you planned on holding them for 5, 10 years and then something comes up and now, oh, I have to sell my Apple stock and my Tesla stock, that's not the place I want you to be in. If you want to invest, I want you to be able to hold your investments, let them grow for the term that you intended. So, no credit card debt, because right now the interest rates are incredibly high and you're not really going to be able, in my opinion, to reap the benefit of your investing if you're battling interest rates as high as potentially 20%. And just to mention, the average rate of return for the S&P 500, for example, your average rate of return that you're going to get on your investments is 10%. So that's what I mean by, not being able to get the benefit if you're over here drowning in credit card debt and, at the same time trying to build up your investments to potentially gain 10%. Okay, so point number 2 is have an emergency fund, build up that money in a high yield savings account. Put yourself in the position where you don't have the worries that I'm talking about. If you get laid off and need to, supplement your income, because I know when I was laid off and I was getting my unemployment check, it was not the amount that I was earning. So I was definitely going to fall short there. They say the recommendation overall is to have like 3 to 6 months for savings in case of an emergency, but just in general, have enough money so that if you run into an issue, you have cash to pay for it. You're not going to have to charge it and then get it back into that debt of having to be caught up in paying interest on the credit card. So, sometimes you run into small problems, but some of them cost thousands. That's my second thing that I wonder or want to know when someone is asking me about getting started with investing. Are you good on these type of points? The credit card debt is cleared up and you're in a place where you have savings. So if something happens, you can take care of it immediately without going back into credit card debt. And I would say the third thing that pops into my head is, are you working? Do you have a 401k or some type of retirement fund that there is a matching from your company? Are you taking full advantage of that? So the company that I currently work for, they match 50% up to 6%. So if I contribute a minimum of 6% into my 401k, they then give me a 3% match. So that is money that, is a benefit for me working at the company and a benefit that I want to make sure that I take full advantage of. So I make sure I always, from as soon as I started working there, I was always going to be contributing the minimum that I needed to in order to get the full company match. So this is just how my mind works because, I want us to have it all, and before we can really be able to focus on our investments for ourselves, for our children, whatever, you have in mind or what your needs are. I think that these things need to be in place in order to not hinder us moving forward and growing our portfolios. And like I said, being able to leave your investments in place until you truly are ready to tap into them. Okay, so these steps are about building a solid foundation. Once you've got your emergency fund and you've cut the credit card debt and supercharged or just, taken full advantage of that 401k, you're in a financial position to then explore investing on your own, in my opinion. So that's it. Take these steps. I know they're not exciting, but they are building blocks for financial success. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and come back so we can continue to strive for financial freedom together. Okay, bye.